Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of the universe, this is RosterWatch. My name is Alex Dunlap. I'm joined by Cody Carpentier. And Cody, it's always a big day around here. It's always a great day to be able to get to do this for a living and to hang out with all of RosterWatch Nation. But today, I truly do think it's a big day. I texted you this morning in all caps because I could not believe it. The Draft Wizard, the mock draft simulator over on fantasypros.com has now been updated to include the new season-long managed league ADPs from all the major sites, as well as their pre-draft rankings cues from their from the sides there that a bunch of your league mates are going to be drafting off of, which happens every year. And when it happens around this time during the year, we load in the cheat sheet and the stuff we've been doing the whole time, right? Things have to change, right? We anticipated a lot of these moves. So, in going from version 1.4 to now updating to version 2.0, we had anticipated some of these moves and we had it kind of built to where we thought it could withstand it and not break. But clearly, when you put it in, it's a little bit wonky. Like some of these rankings we're not familiar with. Some of these things that are happening we're not familiar with. And so I figured just today we would dive right in and run some mock draft simulations, and just you can kind of see what's going on here with it. You could tell me what you think about some of the exposures from the different spots. And just a reminder to everybody, you can get the cheat sheets, all the products, all the strength of schedule tools. Those are all available to you right now. Everything that's going to be available in season with the waiver wire cheat sheets, the DFS, the DFS simulator, the DFS cheat sheets, there's just so much, like the Sunday morning live sit start thread and your live sit start show, snap counts, targets, touches. There's so much, right? That's the best way to support us, is to get a pro membership at RosterWatch.com. But this is our flagship tool, right? This is the one that people come for, and so we're super proud of it. We're going to be testing it maniacally from here on out, and that's kind of going to be our jobs, is just doing this and keeping ahead of ADPs. And I guess I'm kind of excited to roll it out here and see what Cody thinks about this initial one. Things are going to change. ADPs are going to change. Some of these drafts that we do today could go busto. It's not like it is by the time we get to August, where I'm just like, every single draft we run is going to be great, right? We're here to be transparent, show you our process, and that's that. So, Cody, you ready to get going on this?
I'm ready to get going, man. 7 weeks from right now, we'll have just finished up watching last night's Cowboy-Eagle game. Maybe a Miles Sanders, a couple rushing touchdowns or something. So,
gosh,
let's talk about it. Let's see about it, and let's get to testing.
Okay. And just a note too, if you guys are hearing grumblings in the background, that's neither of our stomachs or any orifices on our body. that is Cody sitting in the middle of a thunderstorm right now. So hopefully it's not too distracting for you. At least that's the story, and we're going to stick to it for now. All right. Here we go. So as you can see here, we are drafting against the composite ADPs across a couple of different sites here. We're going to be doing it there, and we also are going to have the pre-draft rankings selected here from Yahoo, ESPN, and NFL.com for now. That's available to us, as well as the average draft positions from the composite, from NFL.com, and from RT Sports. We're going to start out here with a 12-team PPR snake draft, 12 teams, home league style, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex, 1 kicker, 1 defense, 6 bench spots. We'll also be drafting against the expert consensus at Fantasy Pros, because we know a lot of people use that. We'll see. So we go to PPR. This was the 11th test I ran, and we'll see how it goes, man. At the top of the cheat sheet, Cody, we give people a choice between Bijan Robinson and Jamar.
Hey, you got to switch your you must be on tab only.
What?
You have to show your whole screen. You're only on like tab only or something.
Oh, so I'm on the wrong one. Okay. So is it this one I'm on?
Yeah, you're on that one.
All right. My bad. I have too many of these open. Let me close that out so I don't swindle myself again. So we'll start this one out. I think this is from first position. So are you seeing now Jamar Chase versus Bijan Robinson kind of choice here? Do you have what do you do at the top? I think it's fine in PPR to go either way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally in either way here. I think just philosophically right now, I feel best about a sort of a zero RB build through the first 5 rounds. And when you're in a situation to take one of the top dogs at running back, you just kind of say hero RB is maybe that iteration because you love Bijan, you love a bunch of these running backs. So I'm interested
say this.
I'm more in line with the hero, and so I would just generally lean towards the big dog at Bijan.
Yeah, but as you're about to see, things have changed.
No, I know. It's more of like a philosophical thing. Like I think it opens you up to more.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
In the middle rounds.
Cool. Let's go with Bijan here with our first pick overall. So we start out with Bijan, and the cheat sheet's going to tell us here at the 2-3 turn to take Bucky Irving and Tyreek Hill. I mean, I think that's a great start. Your top 3 guys, but Bijan, Bucky Irving, Tyreek Hill. Now we get to the 4-5 turn, and it's telling us that we're going to take Chuba Hubbard here at the 4-12, and then we have a choice between James Conner and DK Metcalf. Do you have a lean here?
I think just on premise, I'd probably go DK here.
Just to kind of even it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go DK Metcalf here with this pick. At the 6-7 turn here, it wants us to take David Montgomery. So we get our 4th running back in David Montgomery and wants to take our wide receiver 3 here in Jordan Addison. Although, gosh, I would love to. Caleb Johnson is right there, but the cheat sheet says to take Jordan Addison. It's built like this for a reason, so we'll go ahead and we'll get him into this one. We're now going to the 8-9 turn. It's now telling us to take Jordan Mason with the first pick. And then I don't really like this, but this could end up being good having your wide receiver 4 being Brandon Ayuk, right?
Does I don't mind that because he's on the bench.
Right? He's on the bench. All you're doing is kind of waiting on him. This is weird here. So with the 10-11, it's telling us to take 2 more wide receivers. We're into this thing with 5 running backs so far: Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Chuba Hubbard, David Montgomery, and Jordan Mason. Generally, this is the round 10 and 11 is not when we want to be taking wide receivers unless they're like rookies, right? This one's having us take 1 rookie and Jaden Higgins, who looks like he's going to be the number 2 for Houston, but it wants to take Darnell Mooney as well. I've not gotten Darnell Mooney in any iteration of this. So we're just going to see what happens. What we're going to try and do here, Cody, is run the gauntlet, right? We're going to see if we can get we're going to see if we can pick from every position 1 to 12 and have the Fantasy Pros Draft Wizard give us at least an 85 on each one.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't like this. I'll bet you that the algorithm likes this though. So we'll go with this. I'm growing a little bit concerned about what's going to happen here with tight end and quarterback, but I'm going to go ahead and trust it. So yeah, it's giving us our tight end right now. We'll go ahead and take Dalton Kincaid here at the 12-12. And we have a choice now between Luther Burden and
there we go.
Fields are on the same. Should we take Justin Fields?
I think you're sitting at the 13-1. You get to a certain point. I mean, you got to look at Justin Fields as a potential 1,000-yard rusher again. And it's not like you have a immense upside, but I do think you have a good floor built in with Fields.
Now here at the 14-12, Luther Burden is still available, but only a few lines down is J.J. McCarthy. With the quarterback like Fields, I always kind of maybe want to take somebody who's maybe a backup quarterback just in case. Should we do that and take McCarthy, or should we just go with what the sheet says and test the sheet? Like we shouldn't bastardize it during testing. I'm going to take Luther Burden. He has nuclear upside for a 14th round pick.
Yeah.
All right, so that's where it is. This team is now Justin Fields at quarterback. The running backs are Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Chuba Hubbard, David Montgomery, and Jordan Mason. The wide receivers are Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Jordan Addison, Brandon Ayuk, Jaden Higgins, Darnell Mooney, Luther Burden. The tight end is Dalton Kincaid. We'll auto-draft a kicker in the defense. We'll see what this team is. So we graded out with a 90 on that one. So we've survived the gauntlet so far, Cody. Let's go to a pick. Any thoughts on that roster? Or I guess you won't be able to pick up on any trends until we do a couple of these.
No, I just say early on. I mean, I've had this thought for the last couple, weeks of shows we've done. It's just the 10th, 11th round. I feel like the last couple of years we've been more like these rookie running backs have become available. This year, I'm just like that whole round just makes me want to throw up.
Yeah. Okay, so at 2, it's not giving us a choice right now. It's telling us to take Bijan Robinson. Jamar Chase was the first pick off the board here. We don't get a choice here at the 211 either. It's telling us to take Jackson Smith and Jigba. So we'll go ahead and get that done. And with the 302, here's the other. We've been dreaming so much about this 5th round Alvin Kamara. It's not going to happen, Cody. At the 302, it's going to have us take Alvin Kamara. So that's where we're going to go with that. So we start out Bijan, Alvin Kamara, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Here's a lot of Chuba here with this one. But Chuba Hubbard again at the 411. I like it. I think that's a great wide receiver 3 here. And then once again, we get this James Conner, DK Metcalf choice at the 502. Let's keep it balanced and take DK Metcalf again. All right. Well, this is interesting. At the 611, it's lining us up to take wide receivers here at the 6th and 7th round picks. So keeping us balanced, we already have 3 running backs. We have 2 wide receivers. At the 611, we'll take George Pickens, who's set up really well, and then Travis Hunter here at the 702. So that's how this looks for that. Getting back on track here at the 811, it wants us to take Tyrone Tracy. And then I'll bet you that Cooper Kupp ends up falling. I don't love that because we already have Jackson Smith and Jigba on this team, but it is what it is. We're testing the sheet. So with a 902, let's go ahead and take Cooper Kupp here in PPR. Okay, so we now are going to – the cheat sheet does not give us a choice. At the 10-11, it wants us to take Jaden Blue. Are you worried about Jaden Blue with this report that came out today?
I am a little bit. Just because it's not the first time we've seen something like this with
He's
Blue.
always been a little bit of a selfish teammate. I mean, we're talking about a guy that skipped his senior year in high school because he didn't want to get hurt after he committed to Texas.
Yeah, we heard stuff during college. He opted out of the Shrine Bowl like a day before. It's like there's just like it's like
he no call, no showed, no excuse to the Shrine Bowl.
Yeah, so it's one of those things, man. It's when you're so good, people will look past it. But if you're just pretty good, we've seen, those guys get washed out, and you kind of got to be AB before you can act like AB.
Well, let's see if we can get him here, and then I hope that David Njoku falls to us here in the 11th, and he will. We have the choice between Jaden Higgins and David Njoku. We'll take David Njoku here, get our tight end spot filled up. The cheat sheet's telling us to take another tight end now. So at the 12-11, we will take Dalton Kincaid. So we're going to have David Njoku and Dalton Kincaid here. And then we're going to have a choice between Tucker Kraft probably and Dylan Sampson and Brock Purdy. Do you want us to take quarterback here?
I'd prefer it.
Okay, let's take Brock Purdy here.
Sampson stuff, but I would prefer.
Well, how about we just take Jarquez Hunter? I mean, right? That's what it feels about like Dylan Sampson. So this team here, picking for the 102, our quarterback is Brock Purdy. The running backs, and again, all I'm doing is following the 3 simple rules at the top of the sheet of paper. The way that we have this set up through, just through a function of the way that we can create the list. We create the list from the cheat sheet, and then we use it as if we're using the cheat sheet, marking players off. But this is a simulation, a manual simulation, but a simulation that's just designed to go a little bit faster. The running backs in this team are Bijan Robinson, Alvin Kamara, Chuba Hubbard, Tyrone Tracy Jr., Jaden Blue, and Jarquez Hunter. The wide receivers are Jackson Smith and Jigba, his former teammate, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, Travis Hunter, Cooper Kupp, and the tight ends are David Njoku and Dalton Kincaid. I love that team.
I like that team better than the first team.
We'll auto draft a kicker and a defense. We get a 93 on that one.
That dog will hunt right there.
That dog will hunt. All right, so let's go to the 3rd pick here. We're still running. Let's see how long we can run the gauntlet. We're just here doing it live. Okay, so at the 3, this will be the first time. Oh, look at this. So this one went Jamar these sims are so weird sometimes. So we get 3 where we start out Bijan because it goes Jamar Chase, Christian McCaffrey at the 102. And that's what happens. Somebody's going to do it. But we get Bijan at 3. So let's go ahead and get that done. We have a
It's so
choice here.
wild to see McCaffrey just tick, 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 right back up towards the top 5.
We got a choice here between Jackson Smith and Jigba and Brock Bowers. Do you have a lean at the 210?
I would. I generally just say like stay away from taking tight ends this early, but
PPR.
I think I've got to go Jackson.
All right, so we go Jackson Smith and Jigba. We're probably going to end up getting another Bijan, JSN, and either Tyreek or Kamara start here. Yep.
Okay.
We have a choice between Alvin Kamara and Garrett Wilson.
I kind of want G-Dub, to be honest with you.
All right, let's see what happens. We'll take Garrett Wilson here. So JSN and Garrett Wilson. It's the all Ohio State team here. Hopefully we don't get too sideways because if we want to take another wide receiver here and DJ Moore at the kind of the end of the 4th round, so we'll get that done. And then DK Metcalf. So this thing is skewing super wide receiver heavy. Hopefully it gets us back on board. But we got Olave. Now we have to take
Caleb up in this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been nice.
This thing's going too sideways. We're not going to be able to this thing's not going to pass muster. It's already broken. If we go back and we take instead of Garrett Wilson, if we would have taken Kamara,
I think
we would have had DJ Moore, we would have had Metcalf. So let's make a note here. From the note here is from the 3 with the Garrett Wilson Kamara thing. I wouldn't mind taking Garrett. Well, let's just see how the rest of it goes. So it goes.
Well, I think you look at the like 2 picks out from now with the Caleb Johnson situation. That would be a place.
Basically, what needs to happen here is so far this draft is going Bijan, Kamara, JSN, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Chris Olave with no real running back in sight here. We've completely skipped over we've completely skipped over the RJ Harvey kind of Travion Henderson sort of life raft that I built in here as a sort of a running back 3 life raft.
Yeah.
They're going earlier than they were before. Tyrone Tracy here after we take Travis Hunter into the 7th. We get Tyrone Tracy here in the 8th. We'll see if this thing kind of pulls out a little bit. Maybe Ricky Pearsall and Jordan Mason should be on the same line.
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to take Pearsall here over Mason. I'm going to have to take Jaden Blue here as a running back 4, and I don't like that as a running back 4. We'll take Kyler.
Blue has dropped 9 spots in the last month, so I'll be interested to see how much further he drops after the news today.
We'll take Kyler Murray here as the quarterback. We take our tight end again. We're getting some Kincaid here, a decent amount of it.
Is Kincaid and Sampson aren't on the same line?
Are they?
No, I'm just asking. I'm wondering.
No, I think that Sampson's on the line under Kincaid.
Yep, he's on the
same. Kincaid's on the same line as Roschon.
Yep,
I think. So this thing's skewed too wide receiver heavy. I like it. I'll bet you it gives us a good grade here. But this team seems bad to me. The quarterbacks are Kyler Murray and Justin Herbert. The running backs are Bijan Robinson, Alvin Kamara, Tyrone Tracy, and Jaden Blue. The wide receivers are JSN, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Chris Olave, Travis Hunter, Ricky Pearsall, Cedric Tillman. The tight end is Dalton Kincaid. Can we stay on the gauntlet here? Will this give us at least an 85?
Yeah, I think we'll get at least an 85.
93. Fantasy Pros likes it. I don't love it. But
I don't hate it, man. It's just like the fact that you have 4 backs and you feel a sense of volatility with Kamara and Blue there that you're sort of like, gosh, I didn't need Hunter. I didn't really need Tillman. I could have used some backs. But I think in all in all, the cheat sheet's still going to get you to a draft that has a grip of talent. It's just going to maybe not.
Well,
That
but
particular.
but right. But I mean, the point of it is not just to give you a grip of talent; it's to give you a balanced roster. That one felt a little unbalanced to me. There's some tweaks that we need to make. It's just it is what it is. We're trying to go through the process transparently. All right, so we're gonna have to rip through this to see if we can get one that's gonna fail for us. This has a choice between Saquon Barkley and Justin Jefferson. I'm taking Barkley. We have the same choice here again between JSN and Bowers.
Take your boy Bowers.
Are we getting too much JSN?
I was about to
We've
look
got him
at
in every draft so far. I'm going to take him. Now we have the Kamara Wilson thing again. Let's just see what the Wilson thing does. Oh, look at that, dude. A dream come true. I took Garrett Wilson. The Kamara fell all the way to the 4th. So we start out Saquon, Kamara, JSN, Garrett Wilson. Wow.
That's a pretty dank start.
Okay. So here in the 5th, 6th round with the running back 3 stuff that I have built in, it's not going to quite let us take RJ Harvey just yet. I'll bet you we miss out on Travion too, because it wants us to take DK Metcalf at the 504. Oh, look at that. We're going to get RJ Harvey at the 609. So RJ Harvey, it wants us to take Pickens at the 704. At the end of the 8th round, Travis Etienne. It's the epitome of unsexy, but I think it's a worthwhile pick here, unless you want to go with Travis Kelce.
No, I actually having Harvey, I kind of want to go Kelce. You don't usually. I mean, we don't generally in life get much Kelce, and the Rashi Rice stuff should help Kelce too.
All right. After that, at 904, it wants us to take Ricky Pearsall, so we'll go ahead and take him. We have a choice here between Jaden Higgins and David Njoku. I like Higgins. I think in the 10th, 11th round is a good place to be. More the 11th, but I like Higgins. I know the Texans like him. If the offense takes a step forward, he's definitely gonna, is the number 2 in that offense. He's gonna do something.
Are you ever gonna play him on this roster?
Probably not. Should I take
Njoku? I'm like, man, I look at these 5 wide receivers I got, and I'm like,
all right, I'll take Njoku. And Higgins fell anyway, so we'll take him in the 1104. It doesn't give us a choice here. It wants us to take Roschon Johnson, so we'll take him. I know you said we're not going to play any more wide receivers. We're testing the sheet. It wants us to take Luther Burden in the 13th round, so we'll do that. And then we got to take a quarterback, telling us to take J.J. McCarthy here in the 14th. So this team here is J.J. McCarthy at quarterback. The running backs are Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, R.J. Harvey, Roschon Johnson. So again, it's only 4. Only 4. It is only you only have to start 2. The wide receivers are Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Higgins, Luther Burden. Let's auto draft a kicker on the defense. Let's see. 89. So we're still running. We got to keep doing it until we fail, Cody.
I like that team more than 89. That was not the worst team we've had.
The worst team that we had was the one that gave us a 93. We'll pick from the 5 hole here. It is going to tell us we have to take Justin Jefferson. At the 208, it's telling us to take Jonathan Taylor. And then it gives us a choice.
Yes.
Gives us a choice at the 305 between Garrett Wilson and Trey McBride.
It's not a choice for me. I'm going Garrett Wilson.
Okay, Garrett Wilson here. At the 408, it's giving us Chuba Hubbard again. Pretty interesting. Ted McMillan at the 505.
Matt Kelly would love this team, hedging on some Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, right. RJ Harvey is the pick at the 608. Jordan. So Caleb Johnson needs to get moved up to the same line as Jordan Addison, doesn't
Correct.
he?
I wrote that down on two drafts ago or 3 drafts ago.
Okay, so are you going to send me that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just take Caleb Johnson because I'm changing it. Or should we just test it as is?
No, we changed it already in our heads. So take him.
Okay, so let's take Caleb here. Let's go now to Tyrone Tracy at the 808. Jordan Mason at the 905. Jaden Blue at the 1008. We have now the choice of the Dalton Kincaid, Roshan Johnson, Luther Burden choice. So we'll go with Kincaid. It wants us again to take Burden here, close to the 13th round. God, I hate this. Rashid Shaheed. It wants us to take Rashid Shaheed.
Hey, man, there's like no weapons in New Orleans right now if you really think past Kamara and Olave.
And we are going to take again J.J. McCarthy. So this team is quarterbacks J.J. McCarthy. The running backs are Jonathan Taylor, Chuba Hubbard, R.J. Harvey, Caleb Johnson, Tyrone Tracy, Jordan Mason, Jaden Blue. The wide receivers are Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Ted McMillan, and Luther Burden, Rashid Shaheed. The tight ends, Dalton Kincaid. Let's auto draft a kicker and a defense. See what grade this
It's not sexy, but that thing will eat.
89. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, we're making it through the gauntlet here. Let's see. I wasn't expecting the show to go this long. Let's see. Let's go to the 6th pick. So go again to the PPR 2.0 manual test 11. We're picking at the 106. The cheat sheet says you got to take Jahmyr Gibbs. So that's who we take. Cheat sheet doesn't give us a choice. It says you got to take A.J. Brown. That's who we take. Does not give us a choice. 306, you get JSN here at this one. Take JSN here. We have a couple of Seahawks on this team because he wants to take Kenneth Walker at the 407. Hopefully that whole thing doesn't go tits up. The 506 wants us to take Ted McMillan. So good, well-rounded roster so far. Hopefully it stays that way.
Ooh,
gosh, Calvin Ridley, huh?
Target monster
at the 607. So we'll go with that. Juwan Jennings at the 706, one of Cody's dogs. Tyrone Tracy. And, dude, I'm going to keep taking Tyrone Tracy in the 8th round. I
love that. I think he's a great value this year so far.
Here at the end middle of the 9th, Javonte Williams at the 906. Hopefully we'll get good. So we get Jaden Blue as well. So I feel like we lock up that Dallas Cowboys, right? The Dallas Cowboys running backs. Are we too high on Jaden Higgins? We keep getting him here in the 11th round.
Yes.
All right.
This has been like the 4th time out of 6.
Can you make that's just something that's changed here with the ADPs?
Yeah.
Clearly, I wasn't going out of my way to try and get all the Jaden Higgins I possibly could.
Hey man, who knows? You might be.
But we're testing the sheet, so that's what we're gonna do. The sheet's giving us, dude. It's giving us a lot of Luther Burden too here in the like. Do we
Burden's only moved up? He's actually moved down 2.5 spots in the last 2 weeks.
So the sheet's telling us now we got to take Hunter Henry as our tight end. And again, are we getting too much J.J. McCarthy here? Do we need to move some of these other? Let's get through the rest of these quarterbacks.
We've talked about J.J. We've talked about these late round quarterbacks. They're just great values, man. This 13, 14, 15 round for quarterback is just a great.
I mean, if we didn't want him, we could have gotten Dak, or we could have gotten Goff, or it's like
they're all high scoring offenses. Like there's nothing wrong with any of them.
So the quarterback here again is J.J. McCarthy. The running backs Jahmyr Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, Tyrone Tracy, Javonte Williams, Jaden Blue. The wide receivers are A.J. Brown, JSN, Ted McMillan, Calvin Ridley, Juwan Jennings, Jaden Higgins, Luther Burden. The tight ends Hunter Henry. We'll auto draft a kicker and defense. Is this thing going to let us get through the gauntlet? 92. All right.
Cooking with some heat.
I mean, it's going pretty good. There's obviously some stuff that's wonky about it, Cody. But
that's part of testing.
Yeah, it's part of testing. We're just trying to take you guys through it with us so you can know the product. This is how it gets magical, mystical, and mythical, right? This is how it always works, is we just do this all day long. 107, Jahmyr Gibbs falls. This is weird. This thing went Jamar, Bijan, McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley. Jahmyr Gibbs at the 107. We'll go ahead and take him here. Not giving us a choice. It wants us to double tap running back early. I mean, I don't hate starting with JT and Jahmyr Gibbs. So let's do that. 3 running backs to start. We'll see if it brings us through, Cody.
Trashman's already out on this one.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving. 4 running backs.
Let's go. Build them. Build the wall.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, Ken Walker. Okay, now we have a choice between R.J. Harvey and Xavier Worthy. We'll take Xavier Worthy here at the 507. It's not letting us. It's not letting us take wide. It's saying we got to take Trey Henderson at the 606. So we're taking a bench running back before we take wide receiver. This thing's obviously gone somewhat sideways. But we'll see if it pulls us through. 707, Jordan Addison. You don't hate that. Juwan Jennings at the 806.
Send him some alpha.
Look at this. Jaden Reed at the 907.
It's coming around.
Michael Pittman at the 1006.
It's coming around.
We got a choice between Jaden Higgins and David Njoku. So we'll take David Njoku here. Then we get Luther Bird in here. The dude is coming around.
It's totally redeemed itself.
Dude,
Never bastardize the cheat sheet.
Yeah, dude. All right. So, but once again, we're ending up with J.J. McCarthy. If you wanted a C.J. Stroud or a Jordan Love or a Trevor Lawrence, you could take one of those guys too, right? Do you want to take one of them just to make it a little bit different, or to make? Is there a stack here we can put together with
you
one
got
of
the
these?
Addison stack.
Okay, so we'll take JJ. All right.
This is a solid 90.
Dude, you got to trust the sheet, even though we're still testing. JJ McCarthy's the quarterback. The running backs are Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, Kenneth Walker, Travion Henderson. The wide receivers are Xavier Worthy, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, Jaden Reed, Michael Pittman, Luther Burden, Cedric Tillman. We should get like a 97 on this thing. I'm going to auto draft the rest. 90. Cody, we're running the gauntlet. I'm sorry, man. I didn't want the show to go this long.
Hey, man. As long as we're under 59 minutes, we're good.
We got to go. We got to go to the 8 hole now. I'd be doing this anyway. Might as well.
YouTube will love if we get through all 12.
Let's see. So 108 says take Malik Neighbors.
Sprinkle some alpha seasoning on Malik Neighbors.
205. Do you want to throw up a QR code for our alpha seasoning? Alphaseasoning.com. You guys should check it out, man. It's Cody and I's most brilliant invention. It's a beautiful seasoning. 205. It tells us to take Drake London. At the 308, it tells us to take Alvin Kamara. 405, Marvin Harrison Jr. I feel weird about how the way this one's going, Cody. Ted McMillan. Okay, well, the 605, we do get the help from R.J. Harvey here for running backs. Too much Jordan Addison. I think he's fallen so much. Let's just take him. We're testing the sheet. So we take him there. We'll take Tyrone Tracy again here in the 8th round. Brandon Ayuk in the 9th round. Jaden Blue in the 10th round. Is Jaden Higgins, Bashal Tootin a choice?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm moving down Jaden Higgins. I'm going to take Tootin here just to even things out. I'm going to make a note to move down Jaden Higgins to. Jaden Higgins needs to be moved down to.
Yeah, I wrote him down already too. I got.
It's just moving him down one. It's just moving him down one spot. So let's do that. I'm changing it. We'll take Tootin there. We'll take Roshan. Or you think we'll take Tucker Kraft and then maybe Roshan?
I think Tucker Kraft's pretty good value. We ain't got tight end yet. They love him. There's a lot of weapons.
Tucker Kraft, and we'll take Dylan Sampson. And then, look, I'm tired of taking J.J. McCarthy. Let's take Dak. All right, so this quarterback's Dak Prescott, Alvin Kamara.
I think we might get got with this one.
R.J. Harvey.
I like it.
Tyrone Tracy, Jaden Blue, Bashal Tootin, Dylan Sampson. The wide receivers are Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Marvin Harrison, Ted McMillan, Jordan Addison, Brandon Ayuk. This could be the one, like we said, it's wonky. This could be the one that swindles us. Auto draft, a kicker and a defense. 84.
I felt it in my bones.
Well, we made it through eight rounds. What are your thoughts? My thoughts are too much Jaden Higgins. My thoughts are we need some way to move up Kyler Murray in the Bo Nix tier of quarterback, I think.
Yeah, I like Bo and Kyler, so I'm team with that. I mean, I think Kyler's in a great situation this year.
We need to get Caleb Johnson up.
Caleb Johnson wrote that down. Jaden Blue, I think he's got to come down just a nip, just because I think that's going to work with ADP the next week and a half of updates. Chuba, I think if I was going to be bullish on somebody in Carolina, I think I would rather be a little bit more bullish. I think they're both in good place, Tet and Chuba, but I think I would rather be just a touch higher in on Tet than on Chuba, given how running backs are coming off the board for our rosters so far.
Can we run one just from the 12 and just see how that goes?
Please.
Hold on. All right, let me share the screen again. Because it's always a little bit different there for that one, right? Is this the one it's showing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go to the 12. Let's just see what happens. So, all right, because this is where like the Genty and stuff sometimes comes into play, and the Achane. Okay, so it's not Genty; he went early, but so it says take Achane and Drake London.
Fine.
It says take Kamara and Devontae Adams, and then it says to take Travion Henderson and Olave.
I don't love being all in on New Orleans like that, but I do love this roster so far.
Then it says take Juwan Jennings and Brian Robinson Jr.
Robinson's a great value.
It says to take Michael Pittman. Now we have a choice between Jaden Blue and Evan Ingram. Do you have a choice there?
Because we have 3 running backs, I would tend to, or 4 running backs. Yeah, I would tend to go to Ingram here, but
okay. Keon Coleman and your boy Jaden Higgins again.
My boy,
gosh, he's going to get moved down for sure. And then we'll take Jarquez Hunter, and then name your quarterback. We'll just say it's JJ McCarthy again.
I do love this tier here where you get to, and it's we got Justin Fields, like I think the first draft, Purdy, McCarthy, Caleb, Dak, Jared Goff. That group of 6 right there is pretty sexy.
Yeah, and then after that you got even after that you can get
Drizzy,
Caleb Williams or the Drake Mays or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So McCarthy, Achane, Kamara, Travion Henderson, Brian Robinson Jr. and Jarquez Hunter. The wide receivers are Drake London, Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Juwan Jennings, Michael Pittman, Keon Coleman, Jaden Higgins. The tight end is Evan Ingram. So this is going to get us off the schneid at least.
That's a 92 if I ever saw.
87. Still. All right. So it was just that 8. Is Cody. Why, man? It's just that 8 spot. It's the 8 spot that got us, right? But all we can do is keep testing. The cheat sheet at RosterWatch.com. It's magical, it's mythical, it's mystical, and it's because we put all of this work into it. We're starting now to help you dominate your drafts by following the 3 simple rules, as long as you do not bastardize the cheat sheet. It's our little beautiful little baby golden child. Don't bastardize it.
This is Anthony Richardson, and you're listening to Roster Watch.
This is AJ Brown, and you're listening to Roster Watch.
This is Josh Allen, and you're listening to Roster Watch.